What's going on, everybody? This is Durell with your Motivational Moment. Today, we're going to talk about self-discipline, right? And I think that this is something that everyone comes to at a point in their life all the time, about the great goals and small goals. But self-discipline is something that is very important to your growth as a person, growth as an employee, growth as a husband, as a boyfriend, as a friend, as a father, as a sister, or uncle, whatever, right? Self-discipline is something that's very important. I think it plays a part in everything, and you'll understand what I mean, and you can apply this to your life and however it fits once I go through these points, right? Self-discipline is not it's not an easy thing. It's not an easy thing. You want to focus on creating good habits, but you want to focus on creating good habits. I think it's important that whenever you have what I call a trigger to where it makes you want to revert to something that's not as socially acceptable or acceptable period, not so much socially acceptable, but acceptable period, you want to try to create good habits, right? If I know I have a bad attitude and I don't like people looking at me for long periods of time, I'm not going to stare somebody down and be like, hey man, what you looking at? I'm going to politely wave and ask how they're doing, because they may think they know me from somewhere. They may have seen a video, or they may have heard someone talking about me from something that I've done in the community. So instead of me lashing out at them, hey man, what you looking at me for? You're right, having short man syndrome, which I don't have anymore. Thank the good Lord, I don't have short man syndrome anymore. But I used to, right? And it used to be bad. So I created a habit to where I became more positive. No one wants to be around a firecracker who's always ready to go off. Nobody wants to be around that. So I had to discipline myself to look at the brighter side of things. Not everybody wants to have a problem. Not everybody has an issue. Sometimes they just may think they know you, or may think you look familiar, or something. Either way, it doesn't really. So who knows what it is? But focus on creating good habits. Focus on creating good habits. That's something that's the key. That's really the key. You want to make it personal for you, right? Make it personal for you. You want to look at in the future how much of a difference it will make from these good habits that you're creating right now, and how you can make more in the future. So you forcing yourself to make good habits now and make it personal for you. Like, okay, I'm not going to get upset today. Every time I get upset, I'm going to go and I'm going to count to 10, take a deep breath, and I'm going to get back at it. I'm not going to get upset today. You make the choice to not be upset. You make the choice to not get in an argument. You make the choice to try to be more open-minded and look at something from a different standpoint, right? You make the choice, so you make it personal for you. But then after you do that, keep at it. Because after you do it for so long, it becomes a habit, and then it becomes something that's second nature, right? So you want to be able to incorporate all these things so you can be better to yourself and be better to those around you. So let's focus on self-discipline today, man. This is Durell with your Motivation in the Moment, and as always, act in love and do the right thing because it needs to be done. This is Durell with your Motivation in the Moment. Y'all take care.